Hello to all 15 people watching this video. Today I'm going to do my first review of a game, namely Undertale. Enjoy! Undertale is an indie RPG made by Toby Fox back in 2015 that goes for roughly $5 on Steam. It has gotten a lot of praise over the years and I want to find out if it deserves all of this praise. To check how it lives up to its reputation, I will look at a few different aspects of the game while trying to have as few spoilers as possible. We will look at controls, aim, story, characters, graphics, and lastly, music. The controls for the game are easy enough. Z is to interact with something, X is to cancel or skip through dialogue, C is to open the menu, where you can make phone calls as well as look at stats and browse your inventory. For combat, it gets a bit more complicated. Enemy attacks are either white, blue, or orange. If white, you should avoid them. With blue, it's okay to hit them, but as long as you're standing still. Orange is also okay to hit as long as you're moving. Then we have your soul. The standard color is red, which allows you to move freely in the box it's placed in. While it's blue, you're forced to one of the sides thanks to a sort of gravity, which means instead of floating, you'll have to jump to avoid the attacks. If you turn green, you cannot run away from a fight. You get a shield facing in one direction, and you have to point that in the direction of the attack to block it, as your soul cannot move either. You also have the possibility of being turned purple, which attaches you to some sort of string. You can move along and jump between. Finally, yellow allows you to shoot bullets at the attack coming from above, while also being free to move like you were with red. Your goal in the game is getting back to the surface after falling into a hole in the ground, trapping you underground with the company of a few hundred monsters who were trapped there many years ago. To achieve this, you have to walk to the other side of the underground and go through the barrier. Because I want to stay as spoiler free as possible, I cannot go in depth on the story and how it progresses. What I will say is that you have 3 different routes you can take to get to the end: neutral, pacifist, and genocide, all of which have a different outcome from the others. You might be able to decipher what the different routes are all about from the names alone. Neutral is going through the underground without caring for what is happening there, hence why it's called neutral. In the pacifist route, you purposefully spare everyone and go through the underground, trying to make friends with everyone. And on the genocide, you go out of your way to find and kill every last monster in the underground. The characters in this game are amazing, simple as that. They all have their own personality and goal, making them both complex and likable. As you go through the game, you are forced to learn about these characters through their dialogue and others talking about them. You also get to explore different sides of them on different playthroughs because of the nature of the game. Someone who's all fun and games on the pacifist route might not be as friendly on the genocide route. Undertale uses a top-down perspective for most of the game, with the exception being in combat. The game is made with 640 x 480 pixels, which is a very low resolution. This does allow for some decent pixel art with animation that is very easy to read and understand. Combat, because of the lack of detail in the surroundings, allows for more details to come forth in the pixel art. Another difference between combat and non-combat is the fact that in what is usually called overworld in games like this, have color while the combat screen doesn't. Because of the low resolution and simple yet effective designs, the game requires close to no specs on your computer, making it highly functional with almost any device you might use. The largest aspect of the game, for me at least, is the music. The game has such a vast, rich soundtrack that enhances the experience just this much more. You have all these amazing combat and overworld themes that all fit their respective use. I'm sure that most of you have at the very least heard this. Some of my favorites include Battle Against the True Hero, Another Medium, and An Ending. Battle Against the True Hero is a battle theme that is meant to build up hype as well as telling the story of the person you're fighting. Another Medium represents the energy in the area you're walking in, as well as just being pretty chill overall. An Ending is also very chill, but also a bit sad as it is telling you that the journey is over without any real result in the game. No one is suffering, but no one is happy either. In the end, I think the game deserves the hype and would personally give the game a 10 out of 10 rating. If I were to go in depth on the story and characters, I could probably go on for hours and hours without stopping. If you think the game sounds interesting to you, you can pick it up on Steam or on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. And if you like the game, I also highly recommend Deltarune, which is a follow-up game released 3 years later. Anyways, that was all for today. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.